Hello everybody, Georgie here. Hope you're all doing well. So we have a stretching video for you today. So it's obviously really important to stretch after doing any exercise, especially dance, and we try and incorporate it at the end of every lesson. Sometimes we only get to do a short one, sometimes we get to do a nice long one. But the important thing is to encourage deep stretching. So deep stretching is when you're really going into the muscles and you're not, for instance, curving your body. You are starting from the base of where the stretch is and really using that to push through the stretch. And that will actually increase your flexibility on a long-term basis. Okay, so we're going to go through some stretches that we normally do in class and then just some ones that are targeting certain parts of the body. I think we should start off with our basic one that we always do in lessons. The first one we do is a nice forward stretch. I'm going to do it on an angle so you can see my deep stretching when I do this. Okay, so legs on the floor, make sure they're stuck to the floor, reach up to the sky and make sure you've got a nice straight back. Okay, now when you do deep stretching, what I don't want to see is that, because then you're curving over and you're just using the curve of your body to get you there. Deep stretching is actually when you push, for instance, from here, from the base of the spine, and you're really going forward, because that's where the muscles are stretching from. Okay, and that's where you're going to get the increased flexibility, as well as along your hamstrings and your glutes. Okay, so as you go forward, make sure that you are pressing this is where your stretch is coming from, not up here. Okay, doesn't matter if you don't go as far as you normally do, but just make sure that you're really using that to get a nice deep stretch. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Look, you can go further if you want. 3, 2, 1. Good. If you want to have someone very gently pressing on that part of your back to encourage the deep stretching, you totally can. All right, now with your feet flexed, up you go. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so grab the backs of your knees and we're going to go into a wide leg position like this. Okay, so make sure you're nice and comfortable. Same thing applies when you're doing this one as well. Nice straight back and over we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really, really good. Okay, now we're going to go over both legs. So the first way we're going to go over is sideways, like this. Same thing applies. Really push now from this side of your back, okay, and your obliques. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep pushing. 2, 1. Other side. 10, 9, 8. Keep that hip on the floor, make sure it doesn't come up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to go over forwards onto our leg. As I said before, really make sure that hip doesn't come off the floor, because then you're not really stretching. Keep it glued to the floor the whole time. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really good. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to grab the backs of our knees again and we're going to come into a frog position with your feet together like this. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is one where we very gently push our knees towards the floor. Okay, so hold onto your ankles, not your feet, and you're going to press it with your elbows down towards the floor. Good. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to go over our feet. Again, same thing. Really push from the lower back there. Don't go kind of curve over with the upper back. Okay, are you ready? We're going to go over. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a form of a forward stretch. Same sort of thing like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to have our legs almost in a very relaxed crossed position. Okay, so don't have your feet tucked under. Just have them lying like that. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to reach up for 10 seconds, then we're going to go forward over that leg. Ready? So reach up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then go over. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch legs. Hopefully you should have felt that in whatever leg you were doing that was in front. You should have felt that along your gluteus medius, which is one of the muscles on the side, and also in your glutes in general as well. And that's really good for stretching out your hips. Same thing, we're going to go up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over we go. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7. Relax into it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come up. Hopefully that should have really nicely stretched out that muscle, because that's quite a hard muscle to stretch out. Okay, so now we've kind of like done a general stretch, we're going to start targeting certain areas, okay? So now we're going to target your back, okay? So one of the first ones we're going to do is a dancer stretch. So we're going to make sure that this leg is crossed, the other leg comes over so that the side of your heel sits against the leg, okay? And what's going to happen is you're going to wrap this arm around your knee and you're going to twist towards the back, and that's going to stretch out. As well as stretching out some of your glutes, you're also going to be stretching out your back as you twist. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And switch legs. Make sure you're in the right position. Round we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to go into a cat-cow stretch. So on all fours, like so. And what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to arch our back, and then we're going to curve it like that. So you're going to go between those two, and what you're going to do is we're going to hold it for about 2 seconds each time. So we're going to hold it for 1, 2, and change 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2. Last time. 1, 2, switch, 1, 2. Very nice. Okay, now let's do a bit of arm stretches. Okay, so first one we're going to do is a posterior capsule, which is a fantastic name. You're going to have this arm here up like this. The other arm is going to come here. So this one is stretching out your shoulders, and what you can do is, this is a first progression. You can also do it from your wrist to get more of this part here nice and stretched. So whatever one you want to do, you can do this one and hold it, or a wrist pull like this. You can also have the wrist like that if it makes the life easy, okay? So whatever one you want to do, hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Make sure you're in your position. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then we're going to do a nice tricep stretch. So you're going to grab the elbow of this arm and bring it towards you. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch position. Grab the other elbow. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to stretch out the chest and also your biceps as well. So the first one we're going to do, it's the same position, but you just do it forward and back. So this one is going to help stretch out, as well as stretching out your back on your shoulders. It's also going to give you a slight stretch in your biceps. So link your hands together and pull them forward and arch your back. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now the opposite. So you're going to link your hands behind you, and you're going to straighten your arms and open up your chest and really stretch out your chest. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And relax. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple more. We're going to do one of my favourites, which is a child's pose. So I prefer to do it where my legs are in a V, so that my big toes are touching at the back and my knees are pointing out in that V position. Okay, so I'm going to reach up, we're going to fold forward. Okay, down you go. Make sure your arms are nice and straight. Stretch out your arms as well. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to come onto all fours, and we're going to go into downward facing dog. Are you ready? Up you go. Good. So the aim is to try and get your heels on the floor, but I love to do a bit of a paddle and to change from foot to foot to try and encourage the heels to go down. You get a really nice stretch through your calves. Good. Okay, let's do a couple more. This one's totally free. You can totally do whatever you like with this. You can just stand there. You can do a little bit of a wiggle. It's up to you. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to step our feet in and just hang for a minute. And then we're going to do a nice roll up, okay? So ready? We're going to go vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling all the way up. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into firstly a calf stretch. You're going to come back into a lunge so that your back leg is straight and your front leg is bent. Put your hands onto the other leg if you want to. If you're wanting to lean into it, that's totally fine. And you want to try and feel that stretch all the way up your calf, okay? So really stretch into it. If you want to come more forward, you can. Stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Okay. Stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to go into a hamstring stretch to stretch this part here, okay? So some of you will know this one, where what you do is you have the back leg bent and the front leg straight, and you have your heel up. Actually, if you have your heel up, you will get more of a calf stretch than a hamstring stretch. So this is what you can do. If you put your leg on a slight angle like this, do the same thing, bend that leg, make that one nice and straight, and have it so that the foot is on the floor, and then lean into this leg here. So stretch it out like this, stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And switch. If you want to lean over more to get that stretch, that's totally fine. Stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, very nice. Okay, now we're going to go into a quad stretch to stretch the front of our legs. Really good if you've got tight knees for this one as well. If you want to grab onto something to balance when we do this one, that's totally fine. Grab onto your ankle, bring it in, glue your legs together, make sure that your knees are next to each other. And then what you need to do is you need to slightly pull your leg in towards your bottom and press your hips forward like this on a slight lean. Then you will get a really nice stretch, okay? So hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch legs. Grab the ankle, glue the knees, pull the leg in, slight push forward of the hips, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and shake your legs out. Okay everybody, well done. That was our stretching video. That's just kind of a stretching sequence that you can do to do a whole all body stretch. If you want to focus in on any of the exercises and any of the body groups and parts, then that's totally fine and just focus on those. But this is quite a nice one to do after you finish dancing, whether you've been doing a couple of classes or you've got time to do some stretching at home. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you in our next video. Bye!